Another very important coating system is coating systems that are applied to parking decks. These coating systems function basically as sealants and roofs over the parking deck and ramps that are exposed to weather, and they protect the concrete and the steel structure beneath from deterioration. In this particular parking deck, the customer had a failure, and we subsequently went in to provide a coating system that would solve this problem. Parking decks are similar to most other floor coating systems in that they require the substrate to be pristine. So we begin by taking off the old parking deck system with scrapers that remove it down to the concrete. In this case, the concrete had failed in some areas, so new concrete was placed over the steel structure. The new and existing concrete is then diamond grinded to remove all remnants of coating and to clean and profile the surface and make it ready to receive new coatings. The perimeter of the deck is very important. We place a key cut around the perimeter of the deck so it's made ready to receive elastomeric caulking, as we do around all the drains. We do all of our repairs, including all of the joints and cracks, with elastomeric materials that go down into the cracks along the edges of this deck. They're tooled in to a depth of at least a ½ inch, usually over backer rod. On the flat decks, we pour the material and trowel or squeegee it in to a similar depth of up to 1 inch. In the event that this deck is flexing, this material will flex with it and not crack. The coating system itself is usually a urethane-based material that itself is flexible. It's poured over the floor, squeegeed and back-rolled to seal it and to provide a base coat for the subsequent coatings above. The next coating system, also a urethane, is poured over the floor. It's squeegeed and rolled out at a very specific coverage rate to create a thickness adequate for it to perform. We use a roller to knock down the high edges. In both the two top coats, we broadcast sand heavily into the middle coat and very lightly into the top coat to keep this floor non-slip. We sometimes do other additives to keep it non-slip, depending on how pitched it is. The last thing that gets done is the striping, which is applied over the top of the system. Parking deck coatings need to be inspected on an annual basis, that they get damaged by weather and flex of the building, and most especially by plows. They should be repaired and maintained. But a good parking deck coating system will last 10 to 15 years, depending on use and depending on how much exposure it's getting and how well the structure is holding up.